Hey folks, Crazy Climber Eddie here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Lock On, and this was created by a company called Tatsumi and licensed to Data East for US release in 1986. And for 1986, it's a very early full-color flight simulator game. And it's pretty impressive, for 1986. It kind of has the feel of Space Harrier, just the way that the screen, the background scrolls towards you, the way that the levels are set up are kind of similar. There's 20 levels in all, and every fifth one is sort of a bonus round. But you have a little square, and that's your target that appears on enemies when they're ready to be shot or have missiles fired at them. You have a very limited amount of missiles, and they don't, really, it's, in my opinion, it's better to just shoot at your enemies. There's a number of things in this game that the game does not tell you, and it's hard to figure out on your own, and that kind of takes away the fun factor. This game is pretty innovative for its time. I mean, 1986, this was pretty awesome. But, there's a number of things that are kind of confusing about the game. You move your sights up and down and left and right, and you have a trigger that fires the bullets. But again, there are some missiles. They are very limited, and I think that you can restock your missiles by destroying certain enemies or enemies during the bonus rounds. But the missiles don't seem to do a whole lot more than the shots do, except maybe against certain enemies that take a whole lot more than just one shot to bring down. Most of the enemies do just bring one shot, or require one shot to bring them down. Note that there are ground targets, and most enemies can fire shots, and they're these weird swirling missiles. There are red ones. There are also blue ones. And once you complete a level, you'll get this little gate or warp to the next area. But the blue missiles are much harder to avoid. They follow you. They are homing. The red ones you can normally just duck out of the way to avoid. You can crash into the ground targets. But when you see a blue one appear on screen, get ready to do some careful dodging, because like I said, they're hard to avoid. As in some arcade games, I think maybe Sega, you could do this with some of them. I believe that means I was able to collect extra missiles. When you see a certain icon pop up at the bottom of the bottom right of the screen, I think that means you've collected some extra missiles. Sometimes you can choose between a couple different gates. Now, notice that it says no bonus. And the way to collect a bonus, as far as I have noticed, is you want to get your cursor, your circular cursor at the center of that square, right on the middle of the portal, and then you'll get a little bit of a bonus. It's not much of a bonus. It's like 2,000 points or something really lame. I think you get an extra life at every 100,000 points. Oops. Yeah, those blue missiles are a pain in the butt to avoid. What I was going to say earlier was something that I think a number of Sega games did right around this time that were like Space Harrier hardware. You could insert a credit, and that will automatically give you extra lives during gameplay, which is a really cool feature. You can do that here. But yeah, you've got to get that circular cursor like right on the center, and I think that's what gives you a bonus. If you don't, it just says no bonus, and you go to the next area. Yeah, this game should have been better than it was. I mean, it is innovative. For 1986, this was really impressive. But it would have been cooler if there was like hidden bonuses or, you know, special bonuses for shooting certain ground targets or something. And if it would have been worth more points to go through the portal like dead center than just like a lousy 2000 or something. I was mentioning, I think at one point, that there was bonus stages for every 5th level. Oops. Stupid blue missiles. Really annoying. If you crash, you're invincible from like the next series of missiles. Now sometimes there will be bosses. Oops. That require a bunch of shots. There, I have to continue here. But again, for every credit you put in, you get an extra 3 lives. Just continued in time. But yeah, these guys take several shots to bring down. That stupid homing missile really wants to follow you, so there, I destroyed him. Yeah, I didn't know for the longest time how to get that bonus, but I think that's what you gotta do. Now here is this the bonus stage? Yeah. All these certain targets just appear, and you just shoot as many as you can. You get like a 3,000 point perfect bonus, and then you get to keep playing if you did get perfect. But there was like a bonus stage, I think, on every 5th level or so on another perfect on Space Harrier. So it's kind of has the same feel of Space Harrier in certain ways. I think at some point later on in the game, the red missiles get a little tougher to avoid. But again, there's ground targets, and sometimes the ground targets can shoot at you, and sometimes the ground targets are really tall, and you can slam into them and die. I don't remember if I saw this in the arcades back in the day. Last year when I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, I'm not going this year, which is in a few days or so. I'm not going to go to this one. They have a free arcade area, and they have like probably a couple hundred arcade machines. They had this one there, Lock On. Oops. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the 3 different gates that you sometimes have to enter. You can veer way off the screen, and the game will force you to go through a gate. That tornado there will kill you if you run into it. And we're gonna do that here. But yeah, they had Lock On at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo last year. They have a number of obscure games, which I find, damn it, which I find really cool. And that's the main draw for me, is the free arcade area. I go to a bunch of booths and see if there's anything that's interesting. I've gotten some cool T-shirts and some old Nintendo Power magazines from way back in the day. I got the first one. It was pretty expensive, but it was still kind of cool. Yeah, so you get forced into one. But yeah, if you want a bonus, you have to put that circle in the center of your radar or whatever right down the middle of the portal to get measly bonus. Yeah, there are some enemies that require a bunch of shots. That's where your missiles might be most effective. Your very limited missiles. Yeah, the missile system is lame. The measly bonus for getting dead center and the portal is lame. I think it's super innovative for 1986, but I'm not crazy about this game. Like I said, I don't remember if I saw it back in the day. I might have. This probably had both a cockpit and stand-up version, I would imagine. Nope, no bonus. Gotta get it dead center. We'll see snippets at the very least of the remaining levels. I think I got through the 10th stage and then I just kind of skipped to parts of the rest that show you the parts of the rest of the levels. Like I said before, there are 20 levels, and once you complete the 20th level, you get an ending sequence, and then you put in your initials, and then you start everything over. God, I hate those blue homing missiles. You can like veer off screen and then veer back into screen and have a homing missile greet you, which sucks. Damn it. I think there was a Super Nintendo game called Lock On that was not related to this one. But I think this was ported to a number of home systems. Oh, here's another boss. Ah, shit. It keeps shooting off those stupid blue missiles. God damn it! I think no, I didn't skip this yet. I skipped like from the 10th level on. God, I kind of gave up. I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna get hit by missiles and just keep shooting at the boss characters. There's one of them destroyed. But yeah, those homing missiles, they are bound and determined to hit you. They are really hard to avoid sometimes. If it takes too long, the enemy will fly away. Ooh, I got my bonus for getting dead center. 2,000. And now here is another bonus stage. And you have to destroy as many of these creatures as you can. Will I get a bonus again? Nope, not this time. But yeah, we'll see snippets of all the remaining levels. I think the 20th is a bonus level, and I think at the conclusion you face one last boss. But yeah, we'll just see snippets of the rest of the game. Now, some of those ground targets are somewhat lucrative. I think one of them gave me like 4,000 points for destroying him, which is certainly more than the bonus for going through the stupid portal dead center. But this was suggested by YouTube user MS3 Bonnie, if that's how it's pronounced. And then at the conclusion of this stage 14 is it? There's another boss. Screw you. Well, we'll just skip forward and I'll destroy him. No bonus. And then another bonus stage, because it's stage 15. I can't remember if it was every 5th stage on Space Harrier that you got a bonus stage. Can I get it centered? Nope. There, I shot missiles there. Yeah, the missile system is not very well done in this game. Stage 17. There's no indicator to show how many missiles you have left. You get the bonus stage guys on this level, but there's also enemies shooting at you. So don't get mistaken that this is a bonus level. Now there's three warp gates to go through. I don't understand that. Maybe you get a higher bonus for going through the center of some of the other warp gates. I don't know. Number of things that the game doesn't really give you any clues about. Which kind of ruins the fun factor for me. Skip forward and yep, hey, I got a 1,000 point bonus that time. Not terribly lucrative bonus. Well, we're almost through the game. Like I said, there is an ending sequence, but you do play through the game again after you put your initials in. Yeah, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, in their free arcade area, they often have really obscure games, or at least a small handful of them, which is one reason I like going. But I'm not going to go this year. Now, he got away. Hey, 2,000 point bonus. Whoop-de-doo. Here is stage 20, and it starts off as a bonus stage, and then it ends with a boss fight. Yeah, I've seen some games at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo at the free arcade area that I had definitely never seen before. I used to be kind of scared away by obscure, weird games back in the day, but now I find them kind of interesting. There's other bonus things that you can shoot. And then once they're done, then you go to the boss fight. And there he is, a bunch of weird orbs that split up. I am so sick of those stupid missile things. Or, yeah, the blue missiles. Yeah, don't know, not sure what those icons are that appear in the bottom right. Game doesn't really tell you what they are, they're hard to see. Yeah, there's certain things about this game I'm not a big fan of. Hey, got 2,000 there. And this is the ending sequence for Lock On. And you put in your initials. And then you start the game all over again. So it says stage 20. I spent 1 continue, but I put in a bunch of credits to give myself a lot of lives. Let's see, it starts over again. But that is Lock On by Tatsumi in 1986 and licensed to Data East for US release. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Lock On by Tatsumi and Data East in 1986. And thank you for watching, and I will catch you later in the future with another video. Hope you have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.